Hey folks, Jonathan again. Got another machine here I want to show you. This is a little bit different situation because of course this is for wood, not for metal, and I'm definitely no woodworker. But what I've got here, it's a 36-inch bandsaw and made by Northfield machinery or Foundry and Machinery. And let me see if I can get where you can see it. 36-inch, blade's 19 foot 3 inches long. It was made in Northfield, Minnesota, and can't quite see it, but anyway, it's actually a pretty nice machine, and I'm going to tell you the story on how I ended up with this thing first. I had a fellow that wanted me to haul some machines to the junkyard for him, and it was actually a lumber company in Tramway, North Carolina that closed down, and they had this, and they had a rip saw, and the rip saw here is actually the plate from the rip saw, and I actually took it to the junkyard for them, and I didn't like doing it. You know, to me, taking a machine to the junkyard and knowing what they're going to do with it and the way they're going to do it, sort of like, you know, taking your grandparents to the old folks home that you know is they're never going to come back from. And so I kept that, and I kept a few other little parts. I actually used a couple of the parts on my bike build, and this was a rip saw, is like a table saw on steroids. It's got a power feed on it, and it would pull a piece of plywood through and just rip it like it was nothing. And this was a heavy machine. You know, we're talking, you know, 5,000 pounds or more, and I would have loved to have had it or found somebody that could have used it, but you know, that was sort of out of my hands. And so what I did was I hauled this machine to the junkyard and was able to save this machine. And you know what it came down to is I got this machine for hauling the other one. So, and I'd priced the haul at $100 for him, so I've, you know, saying that I've got $100 in this machine. And this is it's a big machine. It stands about 8 feet tall, and I'll show you it's got 36-inch wheels in it, and it's got a blade on it, and there's a couple extra blade guides for it. And handles broke off, and it actually went right here, but it had been broke once before, and somebody had welded it, and it looks like that maybe they tried to pick it up with a forklift or something maybe, and done that. And the machine is not in bad shape at all, and even the tires on it are you know, fairly good. No motor. It was of course 3-phase. But you know, the way this is set up with the belts, you know, a person could put about anything they want on it. And yeah, it's not stuck. It needs to be taken out of the weather for sure, but I would love to get this in the hands of somebody that could use it, and you know, for a really cheap price too. And we was looking at it the other day and sort of came to the conclusion that the way that frame is made, you know, that's all cast iron, that would make a really good English wheel. And or a person could set this thing horizontal and make them a sawmill. I don't know what, you know, the depth, you know, height wise they could get out of it, but you know, this would be a good machine to either do something with or put it back together as is. You know, you could put a metal cutting blade in it and actually put a variable speed motor on it and cut metal with it. But like I said, I'd love to see this get in the hands of somebody that can use it. I didn't want it to get scrapped, and I don't know what, you know, what it weighs. It's not really heavy, so you know, it wouldn't have I don't think it would have brought the fella a whole lot more than what I had actually ended up giving him for it. But if anybody needs it, you know, I would definitely like to get somebody, you know, find somebody that could use it. And it's got a really nice big table on it, and you know, it's, of course, it's going to need its TLC, but I guess that was for the dust collection there. Start and stop button. So I have no idea what year this is. If I was to guess, I would say 50s or 60s somewhere. You know, just looking at the paint color and such. But it was sold by the Noble Machinery Company, and that's Fort Wayne, Indiana. But anyway, I've still got some more machines in the shop I'm going to show you. I'm not finished with them yet, but I wanted to go ahead and get this one on there and maybe hope to, you know, find a home for it. And so if anybody's interested in it, and you know, very cheap or trades of any kind, you know, hopefully someone close enough that can get it, but just let me know. Until the next one, bye.